totally do that. Okay, I will stop playing this turn, and I will continue.
And yeah, we got the grid team back. But I guess we can have the Andy team, maybe. Because that stream lasted for an hour. Let's hope it doesn't crash. Please, don't crash.
I hope so.
So I will send you the new link.
Oh yeah, I guess I gotta do a new link, eh? Okay.
Share link.
What do you mean he interrupted my cap? What a fucking asshole. This guy.
We are live, by the way.
Oh, frig. Well, apologies. Anyways. Pardon my French.
Semi-original guy is trying to connect to your computer. And we are back. But I need the right
Hi! We're all here again.
You are Robo.
What a great day.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Perfect.
But give me 1 second. I have to switch over something real quick here.
That's
Actually, you know what? It'll probably be fine.
That's a juicy recon there.
Yeah, okay, if I suddenly cut out for some reason, just know that my phone died, and I will try to get back on the computer.
Okay.
But until then, I will keep going.
Okay, that sounds good.
Alrighty, so anyways, what I was talking about is Alex is a living legend, and possibly the best Advanced Wars player in the world.
Okay. I think I believe you.
Yeah. I'm just trying to hype you up, Alex, because, you know. Woo! Anyways, alright, let's keep going. So, I can't remember where we were, but I was probably dying, so.
Based on MMR, he will probably end up against my demo next round.
Oh, cool. We'll see how that goes.
By the way, my demo won against Kanbei, so I wish good luck, alexarcanus.
Ooh! Well, you know, Kanbei is a strong player.
You entered the court of the big boys, Arcanus.
I believe in the Arcanus.
It will be interesting to cover for sure.
Yeah, well, the one thing that wasn't covered was my battlecopter in the south that got popped by an anti-air. So that's unfortunate. Alrighty, so we'll see what happens from now. Okay.
We got a jogger mirror for the winners bracket round 2.
Well, that's because Jugger is like literally the best CO in the entire game, and everybody should play him. No, actually, Jugger matches are like super fun. It's like they're just wild. Okay, so I am losing a bunch of units because Alex is pushing up pretty hard near my HQ.
And I think there's also a flak mirror in round 2, I think. I think I remember seeing flak.
Well, that's also something that doesn't get enough love out there. So I moved my battlecopter here too, because I don't know he's got a battlecopter here, and I wanted to get out of range of this anti-air and still do damage, right? Because I'm still fighting at a huge handicap right now.
Yeah.
Just barely holding on. But I do manage to get 19 properties now, so you know, that's not too bad. But what I really should do is just build more rockets. But I decided to build a medium tank. because I know this because I can't push this rocket up. It's got to stay there. So I got to build the medium tank. So if he does push up tanks, I can at least like defend against them.
Yeah.
Because if the tanks push past my little infantry wall here, then they're gonna spot my rocket eventually. And then if one of them spot the rocket, then I know a battlecopter is gonna come in there, and I'm not gonna have a good time. So basically, if I lose the rocket, I lose the game. But he does spot my infantry, and he does go in for some attacks. Which is fine. It's okay. Doesn't interrupt the cap with his infantry. Yet. He might go in with the battlecopter to interrupt it. Yeah.
I cannot
so that makes
wait
sense.
to see what Fluffy will pick for round number 2. Jugger or Flash. Maybe Grim.
Fluffy. If I'm gonna be a betting man, I'm gonna assume Fluffy is probably gonna pick Flock. Because Flock has probably the better chance than the rest of them.
Oh. You see, Fluffy, this is what you'll need to pick for round 2.
Yeah. I think the way it works out is Flock, on average, gets like, with his luck rolls, like plus 5% damage boost overall or something like that. But he has less chance of doing less damage than Jugger does. So, yeah. That's probably the way it would work. But I don't know, I'm not Fluff. And Fluff has other plans. But my rocket finally got to fire at something. Taking out a recon. I'm like, oh yeah.
Fluff is like, who knows? I think this is when my Raycon got sniped.
Yeah, this is when Alex discovered that, yes, I indeed build a rocket. It is there, somewhere, doing something. Hidden from all sight. Who knows where it is? Only I do. But he can probably assume that it's like, over here. Yeah, all you gotta do is count the tiles. Alrighty, medium tanks moving in. Second medium tank up north. So now I got 2 medium tanks, 2 rockets.
The missile, bruh? There's a lack of missile.
Yeah, it's day 14. I gotta establish myself before anything. I mean, if I just go and build a missile now, I'm just gonna get overrun. So I'm trying to play it.
Bomber. Look at that bomber, juicy bomber.
Oh my god! You know what? Don't even talk to me about this bomber, because this bomber right here, this guy cost me the game. So we're gonna see why in a little while, but I am thoroughly mad at that bomber. Highly irate, as they used to say in the call centers. Yeah, the bomber that saved it. Whatever. You know what, Arcanus? I've had. I hope you lose in the next bracket. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I wish you the best of luck.
Me too. I wish you the best of luck, alexarcanus, because I know it will be bumpy ride, as they say.
An uphill battle. Triple recons. And a battlecopter.
You really want to find your rockets. He's like, I will find out rockets.
He's like, this build is entirely designed to find that rocket. They were charged with one task, pushing straight into enemy lines and looking at every single forest they could possibly find. It's like the ultimate game of hide and seek. Alrighty, so day 15 rolls around and I'm sitting at minus 30,000 value at the moment. So I'm like, this isn't really looking too good. But that is a very good reason, Arcanus, to build triple recon, especially if you're blind. One thing I try to do in Fog of War, I always try to, if I see a recon, I do whatever I can to make sure I can take it out. Alright, so I activate
Fluffy,
the...
I just want to let you know, artillery were banned, and Mr. Cannon didn't read the rules. So he ended up picking grit despite having no artillery access.
Yeah.
Because
that's what true...
I say
that's
that
what
because...
true professionals do.
I say that because I don't know if Fluffy have seen the loser bracket rule, but yeah. That was funny.
That's what we do. Alright, so I activate Snipe Attack just so I can take out one... what was that? Anti-air. A single anti-air.
I know, Fluffy, but here's the thing. I wanted to ban Semi, and because Semi was banned, I wanted to even out things. I was like, who is tier 1 and that could drop really low without artillery? Grit!
Yeah, Grit without artillery is probably like, easily like tier 4. Easily tier 4.
Tier 5, I mean, yeah. I'd rather pick any tier 4 out over Grit without artillery.
You know, I'd probably still choose a Grit without an artillery over Grim.
Really?
But, yeah, I probably still
disagree, bro. I disagree. Grim,
yeah, that's okay.
Grim is much better. He can pierce through line, even if he loses everything in the process. He can still pierce through lines, you know?
Yeah, and we can see the terrible, terrible damage of the Grit infantry. Taking 3 of them just to do enough luck damage to take out a tank. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Alright, so I've established myself on the HQ now. So I'm feeling pretty confident up here. I don't think he's going to be able to take that. I'm like, okay, this is fine. Everything's fine. Alex pulls back, continues capping the corner.
Alex,
activates
you. Rocket.
Oh yeah, so now he's building the rocket, which is pretty sweet. Activates a hyper repair instead of a hyper upgrade too, which is pretty good. So, you know, he doesn't really need a lot of healing, he just needs enough healing to top everything off. So, pretty smart move.
And I will go further with this. You're Grit, and there's no artillery. So we'll give a crap if he only heals 2. You will just never kill his stuff.
Oh yeah, like if he just constantly keeps healing himself by 2, he's gonna be perfectly fine. Alright, so he is well established on the map, pushing pretty much all over the place down here. However, I am pretty even with him in units.
Alexarcanus is like, I build rocket because I didn't know how many rocket he stacked.
Well, that's the thing, you know. I can definitely build rockets, but I can't build too many of them, because in order to really push, like, you can't necessarily push with a lot of rockets. You could, like, stand there and stall all day, but I'm in a situation right now where I know I need properties, so I have to build pushing units, even if they're weak. You know, you gotta get them. So my first plan is I'm going to attempt to go up and get this property. Because I got all my guys here, so I'm like, okay, I could probably do it. You know, I just need a little bit of time, and I just need to just get up there. It'll be fine. But Alex is trying to capture my comm tower, and I take it as a personal threat. Personal attack on my character. And I'm like, I'm not going to stand for this. Like, you can't do this to me, man. Like, I'm not dealing with 120% firepower, Andy. Like, just give me a break here. So this is when I finally decide to not build a missile. But it's coming, don't worry. Alex builds a second rocket. Beautiful
Why
stuff.
That
Beautiful
second
stuff.
one, Alex?
Well, I think he said that he was building the rockets, because he didn't know how many rockets I had stacked up.
Well,
So
one
he
I could
didn't. He
understand,
wanted to defend.
But 2 rockets in a row, that's suspicious.
Oh yeah, and he tried to sneak this copter behind my base, but it got spotted by a couple things, and I think he had an oh poop moment right there. Now, I think last turn I spotted the bomber, and I'm thinking to myself that, a pesky bomber is something I really don't want to be dealing with because I find it highly annoying, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing against a bomber. Like, if the bomber rolls up on me, it's like, ooh, I don't know, man. So, what do I do to contend with that? I build a fighter.
Oh, big boy!
See, I'm keeping y'all guessing. It's like, when is the missile coming? You promised me a missile. I want to see the missile. It's like, you're gonna see the missile. Just, you gotta be patient, everybody. I'm telling you, you gotta wait for good things like this.
Another rocket.
And see,
you overkilled the rockets, Alex. Man, you're fight great.
You think this is overkill, but this is actually a super, super good build. Super good build.
Really?
Now, well, you don't think it yet, but you're gonna see why it's a super good build. But I digress. So, my rocket right now has gotten quite a few shots and is sitting at 2 ammunition, which is not great.
APC.
Oh, it's APC time pretty soon. But as we can see too, I'm also 4K behind, so I'm not feeling too great about that. This guy just got vision over here of this infantry, so now he knows something's up. He knows something's fishy. It's like he can smell some kind of a plot. Doesn't know what it is, but he can smell the plot. And then I go in to try to capture a city, and I block it off with a bunch of guys. So I'm like, I'm taking the city. It's like, you're not taking it. Taking it back. It's gonna be Blue Moon territory. So I move up, get some vision, build an APC. And there it is, folks. See, I told you it was coming.
OP!
It's coming. Told you, the most overpowered missile you've ever seen in your life is here. It's Charlie the Missile, and he's here to cause violence. Now, one of the issues is I definitely don't know where this bomber is. Because I looked on the replay and I saw it go south. So I'm thinking, okay, it might be south, but maybe he put it north. I have no idea where it is. So I'm playing a guessing game with my fighter. Like, I have no idea. And Alex moves a bunch of his units out to do lots and lots of damage again. But once again, as we can see, I'm not super behind on the units, so I'm keeping in the game.
And
not gone yet.
You are great without artillery, and considering you're in a uphill battle, as you said, and considering it's Andy, I think you can feel lucky right now. I think you can feel good about yourself, because you're only losing state, but you're still able to hold your own, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm not giving up yet, that's for sure. So, I did manage to flip a property, but I do know... See, my thought was I thought that 22 properties was the even point. So, I miscounted. So, I was thinking to myself, like, okay, I need, 2 properties in order to, tie the game. At least. Bare minimum. So, my goal is to flip 2 properties. And I have 11 days to do it. So I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, how can I do it? So I see this property down here, and I see this property here, and I think those are my goals. I'm trying to go for those. I might be able to go for this one, but I don't know. I don't know. Don't really have too much of a game plan. But I did see a juicy hit on a battlecopter, so I went up and took it because I was like, you know what? I've just had enough of it. Had enough of the personal insults from these battlecopters.
Arcanus says, my bombers stayed there, looking pretty for a long time. I agree. Oh! The second launcher.
Second missile. You thought you were just gonna get one? No, you get two. You get two juicy missiles. One up top, one below.
This is
That's the way it
the
goes.
best grid game I've ever seen. No artillery, missile, fighter, copter spam, medium tank. Bruh.
It's basically like fighting Grit in the war room. This is exactly what you would be seeing. It's like, it doesn't even bother building an artillery. It's just like pure units all over the map. It's like, you don't know what he's going to build.
The only thing
But he does
missing
destroy-
is like the battleship or the carrier or boat. But there's
Oh
no
my
port.
god, if there was a port on this map, I would have built a battleship so fast, you have no idea. I would have put that thing out like on day like 9. Just be like, yep, it's there.
This is why I like so much First Step into Fog, because this map is amazing, and if you actually build a battleship or a carrier, it's actually broken because it's in the middle of the action.
Oh yeah, I can just hit so much, it's ridiculous. Alright.
But then you take a look to Redemption World and you're like, why is it so far away?
It's very sad how far away it is.
Here I
Alright,
refuel my bomber, said alexarcanus.
Yeah, so making sure that he keeps that bomber in the play, in the game. It's not going anywhere. Not yet. Not yet. Alright, so this is when I get vision and I spot this stupid guy down here. And I'm like, oh great, he's got a rocket. So now what's going to happen? Like, I'm not going to be able to push this property. I might not even be able to push this property because there's a rocket here. What if it, like, moves? What if it goes here? I'm not going to be able to do anything. So, I'm kind of sad about that. But I don't let it deter me too much because I know that I still have to go do damage. And if I can at least, like, destroy some units, maybe the rocket will run away. I don't know. Who knows? Is it going to be a brave rocket or is it going to be a cowardice rocket? We just don't know. But unfortunately, I make an incorrect assumption here with my fighter. Send my fighter up north, because I'm thinking that, you know, maybe Alex brought his bomber up north. Maybe because I see all these things here, maybe he's planning on bringing it north. It's just sitting down south. So I'm like, well, I don't know where it is, so, you know, I just carry on.
It's the most powerful fighter I've ever seen.
Darn tootin' it is. So I build a third rocket. It is going up north. It is going to be joining the
Now,
mass amount of units over there.
Time to take a look there. 200k actually. 200k versus 170, and you have 4 extra units. I just wanted to say that because you're great and you don't use artillery.
Well, it's 2 extra units now. Now I think it's 1 extra unit.
And now
it is. Now it's even. So, you know, I was holding it for a bit, but now it's even. Well, I mean, it won't be even once he makes his builds. But his HQ area is looking pretty much like mine, right? So we both got the majority of our forces up here. So, you know, it's holding. And I'm also thinking to myself here, it's like, you're not taking that city. It's like, I am going to do everything I can to stop you from taking that city. So I get my vision, I do a snipe attack, stop him from getting the city. I'm like, no. This is not happening. I'm not losing that city. I'm not fighting this battle. Okay. Bring my units in to defend my rocket because it is highly undefended right now. And, you know, you gotta protect it. And I begin to flip a city. 12 points to go. The only infantry I had there was 8 HP, but, you know, you gotta start it. Alright, so Alex. Day 22. retreats his infantry off of the city, starts to do damage to mine that is capping. So I don't feel very good about that. He's now got 5 rockets on the field, so he has more rockets than me.
He is the ND player, keep that in mind.
Exactly. Alright, so I join Cap. So now we're sitting at 8. Which is okay, you know? I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I'll be able to take it. I gotta move my rocket a little bit forward because it's not going to be able to do anything where it was sitting. And this is when I decide I'm going to try to go in for this city. So I move this guy here, spot an infantry right there, and I'm like, oh, for flippity flip's sake. It's like, can you just go away, Alex? Can you just, like, not be right there right now? Okay, this is not what I need. Exactly, just get out of the river. It's not swim time, okay? But he's there, so I have to figure out a way how to contend with this now.
We are October, it's kind of cold.
Oh, it's absolutely frigid.
Did you got October. Your first snow yet?
No, we haven't up here. But we were pretty close. They were calling for it, but it didn't come. But we're very frosty in the morning.
Did you went in the minus so far?
I think we might have hit like -2.
Wow. Winter's there.
Yeah, so it got a little chilly. I got the heat on in my house now. And these stupid infantry come up and interrupt my day. So now my infantry's sitting at like 4 and 4. And I'm like, okay. So my days are numbered. This game has a 30-day limit. And like every single day, I'm losing a chance of winning. So, trying to think to myself, it's like, okay, I know there's still a bomber. I didn't take it out. Like, it could be anywhere. Like, I gotta figure out something to do. And Alex is just like, got this ultimate little turtle defense going on over here. I don't even see it. I don't know it's there.
Let's just take a look. Day 23. For most of the game, Alex had more money, and you're great with artillery, so I think you did amazing. Alex, you also did good. I mean, you're good, like, but grid, man, it's grid without artillery. We need to like praise that thing as much as we can.
The grid without artillery is still doing something. And you know what? I keep bringing my medium tank out because I'm trying to find the bomber still. Like, I'm hoping that he's going to come out and attack with the bomber. Because if the bomber is gone, then I'm going to feel like a lot better about everything. But still does not pop out. And I parked this guy here because I'm thinking that maybe he'll attack the medium tank from like right here. It's like if I lose the medium tank, that's perfectly fine if I can kill a bomber.
You didn't take.
But Alex here. Yeah, Alex here, he's not even fishing. He didn't even go get his fishing license this year. He's just like, hasn't been to a bait shop in like 5 years. Just not taking it.
You need another rocket, bruh. Even the field. Why another anti-air? You don't need it.
So I build the anti-air because I'm trying to kill infantry right now too. Because like I'm saying, I know I'm not going to be able to finish the game at all. But if I can at least capture 2 properties and then stop all his infantry from capping properties, then I can just win by, like, you know, decision. That's my thought. So that's why I keep building artillery. Or not artillery. Anti-air units. See, I got phantom artillery on the brain. It's so weird to be playing grit and not say artillery every 2 seconds. Okay, so stupid bomber moves in. I don't see it. I don't know where it is, but it's there. And now there's a rocket moving in, bunch of guys moving in all over the place. It's beautiful. It looks fantastic.
Arcanus says, I have the same victory condition, Mr. Cannon.
Exactly. He's got the exact same victory condition. So, we're both kind of thinking the exact same thing. So, I do manage to flip this property here. And, things are okay. I'm feeling okay about that.
Yeah.
So, moving the battlecopter in. Doing a little bit of damage. More battlecopters moving in. I get a trap card there, but I take out the unit. Gonna try to cap another city. And then I see this huge pile of stuff over here. And I'm like, well, that's just not super good right now.
Why? Why, Tree Tank? Why?
Moving it out, man. Just moving it out.
Bruh.
I need fast units.
Bruh. Tree Tank. You're playing like Max right now.
So, at this point, I only have 25 days too. So building anything else that's super slow is not going to help me at all.
That's
like I said, my only plan at this point is just get units out to the front line and hopefully assist in capping a property. I just need one. That's all I'm hoping for. So, like I said, though, I completely forgot that 21 was the center point. So we're completely even on cities right now.
Yeah.
So if I had remembered that, I would not have even pushed up. I wouldn't have even gone for this city. I would have just been like, yeah, I'm just gonna make it a draw. Fine, we'll do a rematch. I don't know. So I thought it was 22. So I thought I was still a city behind. So basically, the entire rest of the game is just me throwing units to the front line, hoping to get a city. When in all reality, I should have just stayed back. So, pretty much more snipe attacks happen. And yeah, this bomber came up and interrupted this cap. So, the bomber was made if I remember, it's day I don't know, 13, 14, something like that. Somewhere mid-game. And it's now day 25, so the patience of this bomber is amazing. And I think that's something that really needs to be pointed out.
Yeah, I agree.
Because in all reality, that bomber, Alex could have been super greedy with the bomber and got it shot down out of the sky, but he was so patient. So that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And he will be able to escape with it.
Yep. Absolutely able to escape with it. Uh-oh.
Crash.
Gotta refresh. Yeah. Alrighty. I think, didn't I do... Yeah, I already did this turn. We already watched that. Alright, so I start doing a bunch of caps, praying to Nell that I'll be able to get one. But I didn't anticipate the amount of rockets that Alex had.
Arcanus says,
yeah, and Alex
I was happy seeing you
super
push
happy.
forward.
Oh yeah, this is like a dream come true right now. But like I said, the only reason I pushed forward is because I miscalculated the cities, and I felt like I needed it.
Well, you still needed it because
either way.
he was only winning position.
Well, we're in a tied position right now, and I think before I pushed up... So if I actually didn't push up with all these units, I would have actually still had more value and units. So technically, I was in a better position. But I did push up. So, I went to go get that city, didn't get it. Felt really bad. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So Alex is trying to once again go for one of my cities. But I once again ended up positioning my rocket over here in the forest, so now I can cover the city even without snipe attack. And I think I need to refresh again. Yeah, so can totally block that guy. So he's not going to get that. And I finally get the shot on that stupid bomber too.
With 2 fighters.
Absolutely. So, finally. I'm just
Wait,
like, yeah.
you got a 3rd fighter. I just realized. Why? Why? It's overkill, bro.
It's the only thing that's going to be able to make it to the front line to hopefully block an infantry. So my thought with this one, because I don't know that he's got... I know he's got rockets, like, everywhere. I didn't think that he had too many rockets down here. So my thought here, if I can get this rocket to sit right... Or this fighter to sit right here, this fighter can sit right here, I can block off this infantry. And if he doesn't have a rocket, I will be able to get this. That's the plan. What I'm hoping. Hoping it'll happen. Is it going to happen? I don't know.
I think this game was eye level.
But as we can see, no, it doesn't.
Because you were able to hold your own whiteout artillery, and it was able to beat you down really hard.
Yeah, well, it really just came down to me just desperately trying to get a city at the very end. So, like I said, if I could count, I never would have pushed up. Would have just sat back and been completely happy with just, letting it go to a draw. But I can't count, so I pushed up. I went for it, and I paid the price. So, unfortunately...
Is it this turn or next turn?
So nothing actually really happens this turn. I go in, try to do my final cap. I'm like, okay, so I know everything else failed, so let's just try. I'm just going to try to do it one more time. And it does not work. Both of the caps get interrupted, and I'm like, well, I don't think this is going to work anymore. So at the very end, we'll just skip ahead here. He moves, puts a bunch of guys here. He's now ahead by 12 units or something. So I'm like, just do a little bit of damage, and then I'm like, yeah, build my Neo tank because we need to see a great Neo tank before the end of the game. And that's it. That's all.
So after usually I ask what's the biggest takeaway, but I will actually say a really big takeaway. When you do casual game, read the rules.
Oh, that's 100% the takeaway. But you know what? If I did actually read the rule, I'm going to be completely honest, I still might have actually picked Grit. Just because, Because I think it would have just been fun. So, I was a little salty at the end when I looked at the properties, because then I realized that, I just can't count and that it was even. And I was like, well, so you're telling me that I just went and sacked my entire army for no reason? And then I was talking to Cynical Boy about it, and he's like, you could just go to the map analytics and you can just look at the properties there and divide by 2. And I'm like, whoa, thanks for letting me know that. Would have been pretty cool to know that earlier. But now I do. So if you're ever having trouble counting properties, if you actually look at the map and then go to the info on the map, you can see how many properties there are. Then just divide that by 2 and you'll find out if you're ahead in properties or not. And so valuable tip.
Another tip is to just take a look at the mirrored cities. Like on this side, you got 3 buildings. 1, 2, 3. On your side, how many buildings do you have? 1, 2, 3. Now, in the center, both of you have the same number. And in the building that are not contested, are any building captured? No. So this means, because you got 3 there, and you got 3 there, you have even number. That's the best way to calculate. Which building are contested and how many contested buildings do you have?
Absolutely.
So
either way,
that's funny, man. That was funny. Anything else to add?
I had a pretty good time playing this one. It was super fun. So I wish Alex the best of luck against his opponent in the next round. Yeah, that's about it, man. I had a blast playing. Thanks for playing it so fast. I always do enjoy having very quick games. And, yeah. Just Have a great one.
I will add something else here. After this Kanbei Cup, I plan on making a second Kanbei Cup eventually. So once this one is over, I plan on making another one and see if we can get more player around so we can cover more games. That could be great. And since you're there right now, tomorrow, are we teasing a video together? Like, tomorrow, do you want to stream with me? Like, the same way Advanced Warrior and I did, usually on Saturday, but instead of like 11 p.m., we could like around 9 or 10.
You'll have to ask me tomorrow, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing.
Okay.
But I'll consider it.
That sounds good, man. Thank you for coming here. That was a great replay. Thank you for the game. You guys entertained me a lot. I enjoyed my time doing the replay with you, and I enjoyed my time watching live your game with alexarcanus. And I wish you good luck, Alex. You will need it because my demo is really strong, and there's high chances you may fight him on the next round. I think I'm not 100% sure, but it's like 95% sure. So there's high chances you may fight him. So with that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed. Here again, thank you very much, Mr. Cannon, for joining us. And everyone, like, comment, and subscribe. All